Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you guys got my message on the on the what is it, my post that I gave you sent out to you guys to let y'all know we had to push the show back just a little bit. We gotta handle business first, you guys, okay? But we are here. You guys know I'm gonna still come on and give you a good show. But thank y'all for being so patient during that time. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Hey, Sheila Washington. Hey, SD Warren. Thanks for being here. Everyone in the building. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Okay. All right, let's get into the show. Sorry about that. Hey guys, I see y'all coming in. Let's see who else we got. JCD Creations. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Red. I see you. Good morning. Deborah Johnson, the chosen one. Hey, good morning. Shirley Terry is here. Sexy Brown Bone is here. Good morning. Felicia is here as well. Everyone is still pouring in. You guys, please go ahead and tap on that like for me if you can. I see you, Lana Thomas. I see you, Cassandra D. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank y'all for being here. I see you, Tiffany. Thanks for being here. All right, that's my top flight model, one of them. Okay. Thanks for being here. I see you, Brown Eyes. Everyone coming in. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged, and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Good morning, Dolores Campbell. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get started. Y'all know politics is first. We don't have a lot of topics. How many we got? Really one. Okay, because I don't really like politics on Friday anyway. But we're going to go ahead and knock it out and get on out of here. All right, let's get into the first topic. All right, everybody speaking to everybody. Good morning, happy Friday, and all of that. Let's get into it. All right, so Stephen A. Smithchild goes off on Gavin Newsom for speaking negatively about Trump while overseas. Said our problems are our problems. You don't go on a world stage to disrespect your own house. He is a Trump supporter to the day he died. I swear. I ain't never seen a nigga so unwoke like Stephen Smith. It's sad. Again, stick to sports commentating and not this political stuff because it's making you look like a coon-ass Negro. That's what it's giving. But let's get into it.
Gavin Newsom. Respectfully, what are you doing? You're the governor of the state of California in the United States of America. Why are you over in Davos, Switzerland, talking to folks and speaking negatively about the president of the United States? I have no problem with Gavin Newsom being candid and open about his feelings about our president on United States soil. To go over to another country, Switzerland, to go over there and to be in the presence of other European leaders, speaking Gavin Newsom against the president of the United States. I'm not down with that. Y'all might be. I'm not down with that at all. Say whatever you want here as a governor from the opposite side of the aisle of a state in the United States on American soil.
Whatever happened to freedom of speech, right? Freedom of speech means he can say whatever the hell he wants to say when he wants to, as long as he's not threatening someone's life or issuing out terroristic threats or anything like that, or defaming someone's character. It's called freedom of speech. That's one of the luxuries we have here in the United States. All right. Granted, yes, he was off American soil, but he is an American and he does have freedom of speech. And if he don't fuck with Trump like that, he can vocalize that just like anyone else would. I don't fool with him. I don't sit over here and play nice when it comes to Trump. I have nothing great to say about him, to be honest. I mean, unfortunately, he is our president, but I will operate my freedom of speech as related to him and any other topics that I talk about that is connected to him. So let's continue.
Fine. But I'm one of those people, when we go somewhere else, it's America first. You know, our problems, are our problems. But we ain't taking dirty laundry outside. You don't go on a world stage to disrespect your own house, which is the United States of America. I don't like that at all. Not even a little bit. against the president of the...
They're the new Trump signature series knee pads.
This is what was said.
Yeah, and they are available online. I told you the last one sold out. And I just want to sort of... It's a serious moment. It actually, but we laugh. Anyway, these are available and in bulk too.
But I want to read you a couple of things the U.S. government has said about you in the last 20.
And they're the new Trumps. I'm not naive. These guys are going to try to take me down, not just my state. I'm not naive about what I've said this morning and how that will be reflected in the official White House account. I'm not naive about the fact that he threatened to prosecute the Fed chief in the United States of America that has subpoena against another sitting governor, Tim Walz, who's literally going after his enemies with the FBI and the DOJ and these power ministries. I'm not naive about any of this. I'm not naive about the corruption and the graft at a scale we've never seen in American history. I'm not naive about folks writing billion-dollar checks to Witkoff, to Jared Kushner for this new peace deal they're announcing today. I'm not naive about the fact that the President of the United States made $1.5 billion+ in the last 12 months personally. How the hell are we putting up with this? We have to call this out. I'm not naive. Precedented in American history, happening in real time on our watch. We have to be held to a higher level, all of us, myself notably, to a higher level of accountability at this moment. Precedented in American history.
He said it's the worst. Trump is the worst president in American history. He's great. I can't think of a worse president that we've ever had besides Trump. Like I keep saying Obama. If we could let Obama come back in office, that would just be awesome. All right, Obama was so down to earth. Like he did have his haters. He had people that didn't fool with him, didn't like him, but for the majority, people love Obama. Like he went in there and did what he needed to do. Created the Obamacare, all of the things. Trump, child, he is more so focused on looking good and being able to pat himself on the back by doing things. And I feel like he just doesn't have a heart for the people. And you have to have that whenever you become a president or if you're trying to be president. But shout out to Gavin Newsom. All right. I don't feel like he said anything wrong, but when you have an ass-kissing coon Negro like Stephen A. Smith, then that's what you get out of that. Let's get into some topics. All right. You guys are going to be like, what the hell with this topic here? All right. Let's get into it, honey, because I definitely want to talk about this. When I saw it yesterday, I said, oh, wow. Okay. Shout out to Rapunzel. An Oregon man is arrested and convicted for the use of rainwater. A lot of people are like, what do you mean? Let's go ahead and play the video so y'all can get a full understanding, because I feel like this was bullshit. I would sue the city of Oregon for any type of charges as this, because how the hell are you going to sue me for catching rainwater and stormwater or any other type of water on my land and then try to arrest me for it? Let's get into it, because y'all gonna be like, what the hell?
Oregon man was convicted and sent to jail for collecting and using rainwater on his own property, sued by the state for theft. Rancher Gary Harrington built 3 large reservoirs on his own land to collect rainwater and snow melt. He claimed the water was primarily for fire protection reserves and for providing water to wildlife. But the state called it theft and prosecuted Gary. A municipal code stipulates that all water within city limits, including precipitation, is part of the public water supply. The city requested the court order the removal of his collection system and impose a fine. Despite Harrington's repeated appeals, arguing, the water fell on my land, I'm not selling it. I'm simply using it on my own property. The court ultimately rejected his claims. Harrington was found guilty on multiple charges, including unlawful appropriation of state water resources. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail and fined over $1,500. The incident sparked intense backlash. Residents said it was simply tyranny. If a person cannot own the rain that falls on their own land, what do they actually own? An Oregon man was convicted.
Y'all hear this? This man was collecting rainwater, and like when snow would melt, he would collect that water on his property, maybe to save on his water bill. Who knows? He has wildlife, it sounds like he said as well. Why would they arrest this man and charge him a $1,500 fee for collecting rainwater on his property? That just does not seem legal, right? Like, it gives it the city is being hella greedy in this situation because they want him to use their sources versus his own. And you know, a lot of farmers, they come up with their own ways of doing things. Like I keep saying, and I keep saying, my grandfather had a well, like a water well on his property because he stayed like out in the country. Like, and when I tell you that's some of the best water, that's some of the best well water. If you've never drank well water before, oh my God, right? But in this situation right here, I don't see anything wrong with him getting buckets and other things that he's catching, like rain. If it rains, you just catching water and using it for your own personal gain. I don't see anything wrong with that in terms of why the city would need to step in and file charges against this man for something like that. I would sue, and I would take that to a higher court because that is insane, right? Have y'all ever heard of that? I've never heard of that. And I know different states have different rules and regulations, but that's extreme, right? Some damn rainwater. Child, let's move on. Let's get into this Trey Songz news. That's a lot. I would definitely take that to a higher court. And I would ask for my $1,500 back too. All right, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Trey Songz sues the Kansas Police Department after getting into an altercation with an officer during a Chiefs NFL playoff game, and says instead of the cop protecting him from hecklers, he was assaulted and wrongfully detained. Let's go ahead and look at this. Let me put my trigger up because child look like they brawling a little bit on here. So I don't want nobody triggered. All right, y'all ready? Let's get into it. Got a little rowdy, all right? That's all we're gonna be able to show. If you guys want to see more of it, you can head on over to Neighborhood Talk. Now, it says that Trey Songz is not over his scuffle at the 2021 NFL playoff game. He's reportedly suing the Kansas City Police Department after getting into an altercation with an officer during the game between Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Now, according to Trey Songz' lawsuit, he says that he was being heckled and harassed by other attendees because he's a celebrity. Now, he claims that the heckling eventually turned into threats, which led to security being called to his area and him being wrongfully detained. Now, Trey was charged with assaulting a police officer, because he do be fighting, child, resisting arrest and trespassing, but he says all of those charges have since been dismissed. He is now suing for damage to his reputation. Really? Financial losses resulting from the incident, emotional distress, and physical injuries. They also allege that the police used excessive force before wrongfully arresting him. It goes on to say, as for now, the amount Trey is seeking in damages is unclear. What you guys think about that? He is always fighting. If they ask you to leave, if you refuse to do so, then they can have you on trespassing charges. If someone was heckling him, maybe you should have spent a little bit more money because you Trey Songz. You should have been in the sky. And what's it called? The sky booth, child, where you couldn't be bothered by just regular schmegular people if your money was right, okay? Or get you some floor seats like most celebrities do. What you sitting up there with regular schmegular people for, and for them to recognize you and heckle you. That's what's gonna happen. You have some people who like you, some that don't. But celebrities who don't want to deal with just regular, you know, people, they go ahead and rent out a skybox or get a seat in the skybox or away from people that can bother them, or have security come and sit with you to keep certain things like that from happening. And I get it. Some celebrities just feel like, hey, yeah, I don't feel like I'm a celebrity. I just want to go and blend in with the crowd. But there could be a price to pay as related to that, because you have people who will try you and will want to fight you and heckle you. So yeah, next time, get your money up so that you can sit where celebrities sit. You don't have to deal with that bullshit, right? Let's move along. Got you a skybox seat, sir. You got to be doing all that up and fighting and stuff. All right, moving right along. Let's get into this Ricky Smiley news, okay? Because y'all know Ricky Smiley is a Q dog, and he has something to say. Ricky Smiley calls out the Qs over memes after Stephen A. Smith controversy. Let's get into him, and then we'll read up on what this has to say. Shout out to the Q gentleman.
The 1 year anniversary of Brandon's death, the Qs had a meme about me because I had misspoke on the radio. Now today, the week of my son's death in January, they have a meme out about me and match me with Stephen A. Smith. And I had a conversation with our future grand. I really appreciate the conversation. I had a conversation with somebody in the frat that I would not be in the fraternity had it not been for him. And I don't want to say his name because I don't want people bothering him. All right. And you know, if friendship is essential to the soul, is what y'all doing friendly? Are you the 1 year anniversary of Brandon's death? I find it interesting that you want to make that a lot of y'all accused and y'all sharing it. Y'all want to make memes about me, but I didn't see you make any memes about the accused that killed Caleb Wilson.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you make any memes about him and pass it around? Let's talk about it. Since y'all want to with me in January of the month when me and my family is over here grieving and we barely making it, and you want to with me and be funny or whatever, let's talk about it. Did you make motherfucking memes about the motherfuckers that killed Caleb Wilson? Let's talk about it. Tyree Nichols died the same week my son died.
Yep, sure did.
And 2 or 3 of the motherfucking police officers that killed. I find it interesting that you want to make that a lot of y'all accused and y'all sharing it. Y'all want to make memes about me, but
he went off, right? Y'all know when you get Ricky Smiley mad and get him cussing, you know he pissed, because Ricky, he don't really, usually when he's talking, he don't really just go into the mother effing this and F that. He don't really like talk like that. I mean, he will cuss you out, but usually if he's just talking about a topic or a subject, he's just not really using or dropping the F-bomb. And he's kind of frustrated again. This month is very hard for him because his son Brandon, y'all know his son Brandon did commit suicide. So he's dealing with that on top of being harassed by other people connecting him to this whole Stephen A. Smith situation with this Q's, where they were, you know, creating memes and stuff like that, like trying to embarrass him, shame him or whatever. At the end of the day, I feel like, yeah, he should have spoken out about that. And people, I feel like, need to lay off. Sometimes people can be doing the fucking most. You could push a person to the point of no return. Like if a person is grieving, he's still grieving his son. This is still fresh for him, as he's just saying here. Let's read a little bit about it. All right, it says, after memes began circulating that paired him with Stephen A. Smith following Smith's mispronunciation of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Ricky Smiley took to social media to respond, especially as the post surfaced during the anniversary of his son Brandon's death. All right, his son looked just like him. His son looked just like him. I think he had an overdose. I think it was where they found him and he had unalived himself. It said that today, this month is a tough month for me, according to Ricky Smiley. He says January is a tough month for me and my family. That is the week that I lost my son, and it does not get easier. He said that what stung most wasn't the joke itself, but who it came from and when. Smiley went on to explain that many of the memes and social media chatter were coming from fellow members of his fraternity. That has to hurt, right? That's supposed to be like a brotherhood. It goes on to say that they have a meme out about me, and matched me with Stephen A. Smith during his month of grief for me and my family. According to Ricky, he said, is what y'all doing friendly? Or are you displaying friendship? And friendship is essential to the soul. What do you guys think about that? I don't think he wants to be attached to anything Stephen A. Smith is what it sounds like. He's kind of pissed about that because y'all know we just talked about Stephen A. Smith being a coon-ass ninja. But I've never had a desire, nothing against anybody that has ever pledged. When I went to college, I just wanted to go get my education. I wasn't into pledging. Now, I did go to the step shows and all that. I told you guys, I think that before. I would go to the step shows and watch the Q Dogs and the, alphas. I have cousins and friends that are into the fraternities and sororities. I have aunts that are in it as well, that are deltas. But I just never had the desire to pledge or anything like that. But shout out to Ricky Smiley for being true to himself and speaking up and speaking out and letting people know, hey, it's not cool to attach me to a situation because of my affiliation with a certain fraternity that I chose to pledge to whenever I was in damn school, right? That's a lot of, and to the fact that he's grieving, a lot of people don't respect that, and thankfully he's speaking out on that. Hopefully that will die down so that he can grieve properly and not have to deal with stress of being bullied online, in addition to him grieving his son, because that has to be a lot, right? That has to be a lot. I remember when his son passed away and he went live, he was just, oh my God, to see him just crying and in that space, that's hard to lose a child, because your children, you're not supposed to bury your children, right? Your children are supposed to bury you. That's the old saying. But you know, it's heartbreaking when your child take themselves out by way of suicide, and you have to deal with that. That's like a loss that just sticks with you. Now it's different if your child is sick, which then you still got to deal with the hurt. But when your child is going through some personal situations and they take themselves out, that's kind of something that it takes a lot more time to process versus you hearing that your child has cancer and you have a date to say, oh, this person's going to die on such and such date, versus them committing suicide and ending their own life. So prayers up for Ricky Smiley. I like him. Okay. Prayers up for Ricky. Let's get into this next topic. We've been talking about this all week with Krishan Rock, honey, and shout out to Sean Davy Way. Y'all get over there and watch him. I'm gonna promote him because I do like him. Sean Davy Way, he has been on Krishan's ass about this thing with Krishan Jr. He has a whole petition out there. I shared that with you guys many times this week. But this situation is not dying down. Krishan has her fans that are starting to go into his chats now to harass him, to comfort him. He's cussing them out one by one because, baby, when I tell you he got a slick mouth, baby, he will read you down. All right, he is from the beef sector, so I'm just letting y'all know. You go over there on the F shit, he gonna read your ass down. He is definitely from the beef sector. So shout out to Sean Davy Way. Let's get into this. So they said the Malone family insider tells Sean Davy Way that Krishan Rock has been physically abusing her special needs son since he was 3 months old. Let me find out. When I think about some of the things that I've seen just online, like him falling, him fall or her throwing something, and she threw that box, and it was said that the box hit him. I didn't see the box hit him, but it was said that the box, whenever she threw it out of anger, that it hit him because you could hear him like kind of crying or whining in the background when she's on live, and he fell, and she just sat there and didn't go and check on him. According to her ex-boyfriend Bino, that says that her baby fell off of a bed in a hotel, like face first, and she just let him lay there and cry. He said she didn't even go over and check on him. She just let him lay there and cry. I don't know what is going on with her. She seems to be disconnected when it comes to motherhood, and of course, getting him the necessary help that he needs as far as his health and his disabilities and all of the stuff he has going on. But let's get into this. Shout out to All About the Tea. Shout out to Sean Davy Way. Let's go.
Next thing I'm going to talk about is her sister saying that Krishan hits Junior. She started hitting him when he was around 3 months old. Wow. The first time it happened, it was because while on live, he was crying, and the comments started talking about how he found it. She got upset, and she took her anger out on Junior. No. Until this day, no. She still hits him.
No.
Mm-hmm. Not only does she abuse him, she abused Luella. She abused Luella as well. Chastity told me that Luella is afraid of Krishan now. So
that kind of makes sense now why Jaden Alexis says she doesn't want Krishan around her kids, right? Because she did say that on live. Jaden Alexis, which is Blueface's other baby mama, who says that she's pregnant again by him, which is so freaking crazy. But she did say on live that she did not want Krishan around her kids. And she told Blueface when he got out of jail and he came to get all the kids, she was like, if you're around Junior, make sure Krishan is not there, because I do not want her around any of my kids, because she's a horrible mother and she's afraid of what she might do to one of her kids. I do remember when Krishan did come around and Blueface did have Jaden Alexis' kids, and Krishan was sitting on the steps with Blueface's mother and Krishan's daughter, Journey. And when Jaden Alexis saw that, she went crazy. She went live and she went crazy because she does not want Krishan. Now it makes sense. If she's doing it to her own son, what's to say you wouldn't do that to someone else's son and your daughter's child as well, as this woman here is saying. Let's continue.
People have been knowing these things and knowing that Krishan beats this baby who is nonverbal, non-ambulatory, because she's upset with what the comments and things are saying. She takes it out on him, and then she calls them to get prayer and say, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't want to do this. Now let me go to what next thing I'm going to talk about is her sister saying that Krishan hits Junior. She started hitting him when he was around 3 months old.
Y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? Say real, he is a man. Sean Dayway is a man. He is funny as hell. But yeah, do y'all hear this? So this person is saying that Krishan is abusing her nonverbal son, Krishan Jr., that she beats him because of her frustration of what people have to say about her in the comments and when she's on live and people trying to correct her and check her on her motherhood or whatever they're trying to tell her not to do. She takes her anger out on her son, and he can't walk, talk, none of that. He has a lot of disabilities. And this person here is saying that she witnessed Krishan abusing him by hitting him. So it said that a Malone family insider is making serious claims to Sean Daviway. Shout out to him, alleging that Krishan Rock has been physically abusive towards her special needs son since he was 3 months old. The accusations have sparked intense concern online, with many calling for accountability and intervention. I told you guys that several thousands of people have called CPS in Baltimore on Krishan, and they have several, when I say several, I mean several cases against her that are being looked into about her son and her interaction with her son and her, decisions as she makes as far as being his mother and the things that she needs to do that she's not doing. Several people have called. Again, y'all saw yesterday that I played for you guys. Sean Daviway called to a news station to report some things about Krishan to bring it aware through a news station as well. So he's really putting it out there. Okay, I have nothing to say about it. I do support the fact that he is, so passionate about this child. A lot of people's like, oh, he's just clout writing. I don't think it's that. I think he gets enough clout just doing what he does. I don't think he needs to do anything as far as Krishan Jr. or Krishan at all to get any type of clout. I mean, he's got, his numbers are like way up there. A lot of people know who he is. He's been around for quite some time. I don't think it's clout driven at all. But you guys can say in the comments what y'all think. Let's move on. We're going to get into the second one where Tasha K has stepped in as well with this situation where she's asking him about some tea that was spilled on this Blueface situation with Krishan. So that Sean Daviway speaks on Krishan's dad, and Blueface signs a petition. So Blueface did sign Sean Daviway's petition and said, "Please save my son." That's the message that he put in the comments of the petition for Sean Daviway, which is crazy. So if his own alleged father, which we know he's not the biological father, I don't think he is, if he is signing off on there like, hey, I co-signed this, and yes, I do want you guys to do whatever you can to take this child away from her or get him some help, please save my son, is what he, with the praying hands, that is what he put on the petition when he signed it. So let's get into this, child. Shout out to JB's Daily.
Why did you call them white folks on Krishan?
I'm going to call more white people, including like I call her white daddy, Sean Malone.
What?
Krishan Daddy White?
Yes.
Like for real, for real?
Yeah, good man, good white man with a black wife named Lisa.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Did you call CPS too on Krishan?
I didn't have to. Like 25,000 other people did. Literally. Literally. I started a petition, which has almost 4,000 signatures. But I didn't call CPS. I didn't have to. Other people just doing that part of God's work, I'm handling it on the forefront. And, the subscribers got that part. I'll let them deal with that.
So what Blueface said was true in the live when he said she is on the run from CPS right now?
Blueface signed the petition.
He sure did.
Blueface signed your petition?
Yes, Jonathan Porter, Blueface. I sent him a message. Yeah, he signed the petition. All that good stuff.
Did she really hit the baby in the head with the box and said she didn't want these clothes for him? Is that true? Did she?
I didn't see. I don't believe. I feel like she threw it in his direction. But I don't think she I ain't gonna get that dirty. Like she threw the box at the baby. That's kind of.
Sean, this reminds me of what happened with your Jaguar Wright series. Didn't you call the police on Jaguar Wright one time?
Yeah.
Correct.
And they picked her up.
Correct. I was valid. Hey, they wouldn't have took her if she didn't do anything wrong.
And she still blames me to this day thinking I got her locked up, Sean.
I mean, basically you did.
I saw the video and that shit was so funny to me where he actually did call and get Jaguar Wright locked up. He read her ass from Genesis to Revelations too. He read her ass down something serious and called the police on her ass. And the next thing we heard about Jaguar Wright, her ass was locked up. So
I mean, it is the karma from her calling CPS on you.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Why did you call them white folks?
Lord. So now y'all see what's going on, right? Don't ever piss him off because he will take it there. Okay. Shout out to Sean Daviway. I love him down. He's crazy as hell. All right, let's move along. Yeah, y'all go watch him too. He's funny. He will make you laugh, child. He will make you crack a rib laughing over there. He is funny. All right, so shout out to the Jasmine brand. This person here is still on the run, honey, from the po-pos. And now the U.S. Marshals have joined their search, child, for boxer Gervonta Davis, who is wanted for alleged attacks and attempted kidnapping of his ex-girlfriend. Let me put my banner back up here, this trigger banner, child, because he is out here acting like Russell Simmons, child. I hope he ain't over there with Russell, child. Y'all know it's the way everybody be running when they running from the feds. Allegedly. So let's get into it. As you guys can see, they still have not located Gervonta Davis. They've already stripped him from his title, all right, from these allegations. This is like several. He's already had one with his baby mama. I told you guys when he was putting hands on her. She dropped that case. I feel like she was scared of him. He must have threatened her, allegedly, possibly, maybe. But now he's found himself in a similar type of abusive situation from an ex-girlfriend who had only been seeing for barely 5 months, and he was putting hands on her, and she called the police on his ass, which she should have. But the U.S. Marshals have now stepped in to help locate him. I don't know why he's making it hard on himself. Y'all know black men. It makes me cringe, all right, when they're in this type of position, because they're going to be rough with you. They're, you know, we see a lot of our black men get unalived when the police is pursuing them and they're not turning themselves in, especially for crimes such as this. I hope he does not fight back or resist, which will make them be even more aggressive towards him, because they want him bad. They want him bad. He does have warrants out for him, and he just don't give a fuck. He's not trying to turn himself in. I would have hoped that he would have reached out to some of his attorneys and just willfully turned himself in with his attorneys in hopes of getting some type of, bail or bond if there's one available for him. But it's just like he's just not cooperating at all. So shout out to the U.S. Marshals. Shout out to the police, child, for doing what they do and protecting this young woman, because she is afraid. All right. Let's read a little bit. It said Gervonta went missing as soon as the warrant was issued earlier this month, which relates to claims that he attacked his ex-girlfriend at a Miami nightclub. I told you guys he went to her job where she was working. I think it's like a bartender. And he had a conversation with her and kind of lured her away from her station. And he grabbed her around the neck and forcefully pulled her to a parking deck where he began to be very aggressive and assaulted her. Thankfully, she was able to get away because some of her co-workers were there to witness that, and he did not, I guess he didn't want to abuse her in front of them, so she was able to get away from him, at which she then called the police and told them what had happened. Immediately, they then put out a warrant for him and went looking for him. They could not find him. They still cannot find him. So according to the allegations, he grabbed her from behind by her head with one hand, held her by her throat with the other, and dragged her down some stairs, through the kitchen, and out the back exit. Damn. I would have grabbed one of them knives. We call it that on YouTube for YouTube sake. You grab me through the kitchen, yeah, I'm gonna get a knife on my way out. And you're not going, okay. Let's continue. Officials say the alleged victim was able to escape before being forced to leave with Gervonta, and security footage reportedly corroborates her account. She filed a civil lawsuit following the incident, detailing an encounter and contributing to the legal actions now facing Gervonta. Says he is wanted on charges including battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. Okay, right. So he's in a lot of trouble. I really hope he does go ahead and turn himself in, because you're only making it worse every day that you stay out, every day. Because again, warrants do not expire. So wherever they find you, they're going to pick you up. I don't care if it's 5 years from now, 20 years from now, they're going to still get your ass, because warrants do not expire. So that is him. I mean, he's already lost damn near everything, and she's going to sue you for the money that you do have in this damn civil lawsuit for what you've done. Do I feel like this is the first time he's ever put hands on her? No, absolutely not. Because he does have a history of doing so. So shout out to the feds. All right, so let's go ahead and spin the block on this topic right here. I'll keep the trigger warning up for this one as well. I don't want everybody to be too triggered. Damn. All right, so let's get into Mr. Amistad. All right, Dejman, I hope I say his name right. Hansus. All right, his baby mama, you know, he had got into a domestic situation with her where she has been said to have put her hands on him. A 911 call has now been released, and we're going to go ahead and listen to it. Okay, shout out to TMZ TV. It said that Dejman Hansus, I hope I said it right, his baby mother is calling BS on the report that he made to cops. And she's got audio that she says shows her calm and cool while he tried to kick her out of their shared home. Most crazy people be calm. Let me go ahead and say that, all right? Most crazy people in an altercation, when they're calm like that, those be the real crazy ones, right? Anybody know anybody like that? Where they be real calm? Okay, it's always like the calm before the storm, before they snap off on your ass. Yeah. So I can see you being calm, but that doesn't mean that you still didn't put your hands on him and punch him in the face or slap him in the face in terms of what he was saying. But let's go ahead and get into this call and y'all tell me what y'all think. All right.
Can I have my set of keys, please?
Why?
So that I can have access to the property?
No, you don't have any.
This is still legally my residence and my kids are here, so I do need a set of keys to access my residence. Jaimin? Hello?
I'll get it to you later.
I'm actually having to leave now and I won't be here later. So if you don't mind, I would need the keys. Do you give me the keys so I can access the property where I live and my kids are? There's a process. I don't have a problem moving, but you cannot lock me out of a home in which I live.
No, not that. You come in every day with the garage.
Okay, so that's how you, but you just said in the text that you're changing. So how am I going to be able to access it? So how am I going to be able to access?
After the rest of the days, and figure it out.
But I'm asking you for the keys to a property in which I live at and my kids are in. So I'd like the keys to the property, please, so that I can still live here and sleep here. There's a legal process in which you have to go through. So until that process happens, you cannot deny me legally. You cannot deny me access to the property in which I'm legally still a resident at, Jaimin. Do you know that?
You still have access.
I don't, because I'm leaving and you just told me this morning that you're changing the access.
This week.
Okay, and I will not be back this week. So that's what I'm saying. I will need to be able to access my residence when I come back. So let me just let you know what that's going to look like, because I don't want to embarrass the family. I don't want to embarrass the property with our neighbors. I'm going to come back. I'm not going to have access to the property. I will have to call the police. The police will ask me to prove that I'm a resident here. They will require you to give me access to the premises, and they'll tell you the due process. But I don't want to bring the police to the property. It's not a good look, and we don't need to do it. Okay, so go ahead, and if you would please give me my keys back to the resident. Listen to what I'm saying, Jaimin. I am leaving now. I'm leaving in about an hour. I will not be back for some time. So if you could give me the keys now so that we can handle this the right way.
You are one bitter.
I'm not bitter, and we're not divorced. We were never married. I'm not bitter.
But the way you've been treating and disrespecting me.
We're not divorced. We're not divorced, but we're never married. Can I please have the keys to my residence? Can I please have the keys to my residence? It's not an issue. There's no issue between us.
There's no issue. You still have access to the garage.
Listen to what I'm saying. And you're changing the garage access. I'm not going to be here this week. Can I please have my keys and we can move on?
Yeah, go ahead.
So can I please have the keys?
You have access to the garage.
Listen to what I'm saying, Jaimin. I'm leaving this week and I'm not going to be coming back for at least a few weeks. So I need my keys to the residence in which I live at. I don't want to have to bring the police here. That's going to be embarrassing, and it's not necessary that we even do that.
Lord have mercy.
Huh?
I'll leave your keys on the table.
But
okay?
I'm leaving.
Get the hell out of my
I'm leaving
way.
in the next hour.
Yes, it won't be come
And I will, but I need the keys to my residence now before I leave.
You have to move.
This is my residence. I've been living here for 4 years. This is my residence. I've been living here for 4 years. If you would please give me the keys before you leave so that I don't have to encumbrance you later on and I don't have to embarrass the house.
Wearing my clothes and all that. You have some nerve.
Simon, I don't want to bring the police back here later. That's embarrassing.
I'll leave your keys to the table. Get the out of my
Can you
face.
please give me the keys now
Whoa.
I'm not going to be here for them later. That's what I'm telling you.
I will leave you.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard what you
I'm not going to be here.
Wow.
Okay, well, I need the keys to the residence. I cannot leave. My kids are here. Can I have my set of keys, please?
Sound like it escalated. So why you cut it off when it start escalating? That's my thing. Why cut off the audio when things start escalating? Because I wanted to hear more, even though it's annoying. All right, because you kept repeating the same thing. Now, on a legal aspect, she does have rights to the property because she is a tenant there. Even though that is his home, he does have to go through the proper channels. And that's why you have to be careful when you move a person into your home. We talked about this before. You have to be careful when you do that because they do have certain rights, especially if they stay there a certain amount of days and they start getting mail. Oh, yeah. All right. She also has a key. Her children are there. He definitely has to go through the courts to get eviction. A legal eviction to have her removed from the premises. He can't just put her out, or she can sue him for illegal eviction, right? So he's telling her you still have access to the property through the garage, but I do not want to give you the keys. My thing is, even if he gave you the key, what's to say that when you leave, he can't still change those locks and the key that you have don't work, right? So I feel like I feel like a situation that could have really been avoided here. You see the situation steady, gradually growing into something that's more toxic and getting into a domestic perspective. I would have just got, my shit as much as I could. If the kids are going to stay there, fine, let them stay. But to avoid any type of conflict to where you could possibly be arrested, in which she was, because she did hit him in the face, according to him. I would have just got in my car and left. And if you needed to come back and get whatever you needed to get, your personal items, just have the police come, just so that you guys aren't fighting over who gets what and this is mine, and that type thing. That's how you do that's how you handle a situation to keep it from escalating into people fighting and someone getting hurt, because oh my God, he's saying clearly this is his home. All right. But again, when you moved her in, she's been living there for 4 years, she absolutely has rights to come and go. And you do have to go through the courts. Now, if the police was called there, they will tell you that is a civil situation, and they will probably tell her if the situation has become too aggressive, that maybe she gets some things and go somewhere else for a while for a cooling off period, and then go from there. That's when you go to the courts and ask them, hey, this person, I want them out of my home. We're not married. We decided to go our separate ways, and she's become violent towards me. That whole thing. You have to put all of that in there. Take your police report there and do what you need to do. But he seems very over this person, and she just wants. I would not want to stay in a house with somebody like that. If he's telling you fuck off and all this stuff, like get your ass out of my face, like he's just really abrasive towards her. I would not want to stay in the same house with somebody like that. Plus, he's big as hell. He look like he could fly your ass across a room if he get mad enough. Like, I would not want to fuck with that. All right. I would not want to be somewhere that somebody didn't want me. It's clear that the two of them are over. Child is co-parent. 4 years living with somebody, and he's not giving you a commitment yet. And not that everyone has to get married if you're in a relationship, but I just feel like, what is this, right? It's toxic as hell, it sounds like. But that's the video, child. Let's move along. Somebody else, child. I might as well keep the banner up. Damn. Mystical, child, y'all favorite rapper. We haven't heard from him in a while because he's been in the penitentiary because he's violent as well. But then again, he did tell y'all, right? Danger. All right. He is a dangerous person. He too tried to angulate a woman, okay, and be very violent towards her as well, which is why he is in jail and has been denied bond. Let's go ahead and talk about that as well. Shout out to Strictly for Trap Trunks. Mystical, whose legal name is Michael Tyler, will remain jailed after a judge denied his bond and scheduled a trial for March 2026. So he has a trial coming up because he can't keep his hands to himself. Let's get into it. According to this, it says that Mystical is denied bond again as his March 2026 trial date is officially set. The New Orleans rap veteran, born Michael Tyler, will remain behind bars after a judge rejected his latest request for release. He has pleaded not guilty, but the charges carry serious consequences, including the possibility of a mandatory life sentence if convicted. That's sad. All this talent going to waste over a woman. Now, when he did get out before, this is like the second time that he's been arrested for the same thing. He was told not to go back to where this woman was or have any contact with her. Obviously, he has, and he's back in jail now, which is why they keep denying his bond, because they know you're going to be on that same fuck shit again if they do let you out. So now he does have a trial. If he's found convicted for this, which I'm pretty sure he may, according to, because I think I covered this when it initially happened. Once they find out and look at all the evidence as related to this case, I mean, he could get life in jail. This shit is sad, right? I would rather you be on the outside putting out great music, but obviously you have some anger issues and you have hands for women. You cannot be putting your hands around women's neck and squeezing and hitting and all the things that you do. It's just a lot, right? But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Shout out to Mystical. I mean, damn, right? Let's move along. I need a ha-ha after all this. My God, okay? Let's get a good ha-ha. Let's get a good ha-ha. Because, baby, that was a lot at one time. All right, let's get into... Let's keep the show on the road, honey. All right, so y'all ready for some laughing? Shout out to Chef Don Don for sending me this. I thought this was funny as hell. I said, okay, I'm going to totally share this on my show. So this woman's name is Apostle Baker, and she is funny as hell. Marcus J. Carruthers is his name. Let's get into what she has to say. I'm just go ahead and play it. We're gonna jump right on in. All right.
He just like his freedom.
Child.
And as soon as you say somebody coming in late, he gonna have a problem with you. He just loves somewhere to lay his head. He got some more hoes waiting. While you standing there talking about, but I just love it. No. No. You got to give them an ultimatum. It's either marry me, because it's going to be God all the way. Y'all sell y'all soul just for a man, and then he still got you going to hell because you're doing 69s. Why do y'all have an appetite for one another behind? We're not cannibals. Last time I checked, y'all shouldn't have no problem eating the McDonald's because y'all love meat.
My God.
Flesh is one of y'all things. Amen. Like one of them wrote me, I love sardines. He said, I love fish smell. So whoever he laying down with got a fish odor. And he said he loved it. I don't know. It may taste like fish. I don't know. I never slurped one of them.
Not slurp.
But nevertheless, that's how sick you are. Say the Lord. And he got hell waiting on you. Y'all gonna have y'all fun, better have it now. Because Jesus gonna put you straight in the lake of fire. Amen. And he making sure that y'all get the truth so he don't have to feel no remorse for what he got to do to you. Amen.
I love it.
Y'all come from an era where y'all think that God just crazy. He ain't got good sense. And he ain't made nobody no beautiful than y'all. And all the time that he made women before you, the devil done sold you a bill of goods. Amen. Amen. Our men's where the pants drop down. Amen. Praise God. Yeah, where's the men's? You got a lot of males, but where's the men's? Will a real man stand up? He just like his freedom. And as soon as you say somebody coming in late, he gonna have a problem with you. He just loves somewhere to lay his head. He got some more hoes waiting.
Hoes, girl.
Why you standing there talking about, but I just love it. No. No. You got to give them an ultimatum. It's either marry me, because it's going to be God all the way. Y'all sell y'all soul just for a man. And then he still got you going to hell because you're doing 69s. Why do y'all have an appetite for one another behind? We're not cannibals. Yeah. Last time I checked, y'all shouldn't have no problem eating the McDonald's.
Where is McDonald's exactly? Who is out here eating booty like groceries? That's what they call it, child.
Y'all love meat.
No, Lord.
Flesh is one of y'all things. Amen. Like one of them wrote me, I love sardines. He said, I love fish smell. So whoever he laying down with got a fish odor. Child. And he said he loved it.
She need to be at the clinic because that's not child. If you out here smelling like fish, girl, it's something going on down there. Your pH balance is thrown off. All right. And I know it's thrown off. Okay.
I don't know. It may taste like fish. I don't know. I never slurped one of them.
Not slurp, girl.
But nevertheless, that's how sick you
mother out here slurping. Let me find out mother is out here slurping.
You are.
Oh, girl.
Say the Lord. And he got hell waiting on you. Y'all gonna have y'all fun, better have it now. Because Jesus gonna put you straight in the lake of fire. Amen. And he making sure that y'all get the truth so he don't have to feel no remorse for what he got to do to you. Amen. Y'all come from an era where y'all think that God just crazy. He ain't got good sense, and he ain't made nobody no beautiful than y'all. And when all the time that he made women before you, the devil done sold you a bill of goods. Amen. Amen. Our men's where their pants drop down. Amen. Praise God. Yeah, where's the men's? You got a lot of males, but where's the men's? Will the real man stand up? He just like his
child. Mother got a little mouth on her, don't she? I'm moving my membership from this church, child, because listen, I can't be having my pastor here talking about slurping and whatnot. But she's funny, right? So let's move along. Whoever's out here smelling like fish, though, baby, you need to go to the doctor because that's not normal, girl. Okay, go ahead and get you some antibiotics and all that. They're going to clear all that up down there, okay? Because that ain't it, honey. That is not it. We got a whole aisle at the store for women. You should not be out here smelling like no damn fish. Even if you ate some fish, you shouldn't be smelling like it, all right? But let's continue on into our reality TV segment. What we got? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 3 more topics, and then we gotta go. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Claudia Jordan talks about. She calls out one of my favorite actors, you guys, Steven Seagal, where she said he tried to give her like a little special massage at one point. So let me find out Steven Seagal out here touching women the way he ain't supposed to be touching them. You're supposed to be out here doing karate. Let me find out you out here karate chopping the coochie out here. Let's get into it, honey. According to Claudia Jordan, y'all know Claudia Jordan, she have a good story for everything, child. Y'all know she's been in Hollywood for quite some time, so she be calling out names when people be out here doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, and now she's calling out Steven Seagal. Let's get into it. Shout out to Claudia Jordan, honey.
I told this story before, and I've named names. I've said it before.
Oh yeah,
Steven Seagal, he was one.
Oh, I have a Steven Seagal story.
You too. Did he have an audition at his house for a movie?
I did have an audition at his house for a movie.
One of the rooms.
Oh my God, yes.
Did he try to give you a massage and say I can fix your neck? Oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, Claudia.
Shayna's some of my best
actors. He flew me when I was like 18 years old from New York to LA and like did that whole thing. Yeah, and then like gave me and told me he was like like a sensei.
Yes,
and
he
like
could fix your back.
Yes, he could fix my back and give me acupuncture and and he was like, you should take off your top and lay on the bed. And I was just like,
no. He closed the shade and he's like, are you shy? I'm like,
yes, he closed it, and I could hear his kids playing like in the background. So I thought like, oh,
not the pitter patter of kids in the background.
Yeah,
trying to molest you.
Like really crazy. I can't believe you have that story.
It was an audition. The first time I went, it was totally legit. Like there was a bunch of people.
It pisses me off, Claudia, so much because this is where it's like so disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just with someone's dreams.
Yeah,
you're like with someone's hopes,
like actresses and models have been and years
and trusted someone who is like an established person in Los Angeles. You would never think, especially being invited, like, to like their home, their kids are in the background.
That's crazy with the kids. The kids weren't there when I was there. So he was helping. So the first time I went,
brought me into a room and he was like, I'll give you acupuncture. So I was like, okay. He was like, take off your top, lay on the bed. I did. He did do like a couple acupuncture things. And then he was like, okay, I'm just going to give you a massage now. And he like was like, you can sit up. And I just was like, remember sitting there like with my top off and he was like massaging me. And I just was like, this is
and you were 18?
I was like 18. Yeah.
Oh
and I was so incredibly uncomfortable. And I was like, well, when are we gonna like read for this a part in your movie? And then he just gave me like some fake script or something that had nothing to do and with anything that he never planned on.
And then no
obviously
job,
of course there's no job. And then I just like ended up flying back home like just feeling like
that's so mean because
it's disgusting. It's so disgusting.
How many girls went further thinking that this is what everybody else does? I got the first time the audition was real. And so I didn't get it. So then another one happened like years later. So I remember thinking, oh, well, last time it was legit. So when I got there like 6 at night, it was just me, him, and his assistant. And then he's like, well, waiting for someone to come read with you. That never came. He wanted to give me a tour of the house that I did not ask for. And then he got me upstairs, locked the door, said the same thing about,
oh my God.
When I get nervous, my neck gets tight. So he's like, why don't you like let me work on your back? I do this from all the stuff I learned in the Middle East or the Far East or wherever he said. And he said the same thing, but I didn't take anything off. I was like, the best acting I ever did was that day. I acted like I was getting period cramps. And
oh my
that
gosh.
if you just let me come back in a couple days, it'll be so much better, you know?
Yeah,
and then he was like, you promise? I'm like, yeah. I felt so gross to say that. And then he finally unlocked the door and like, he's walking me down the stairs. I could feel him right behind me. And I'm like counting the steps, like 5 more steps, like to get to the front door. I got my car. I locked it and I just bawled crying, called the person that set up the interview. And I'm like, you set me up. Like there's no way you did not set me up.
That's a lot, right? Steven Seagal. I didn't know that about you. You and locking women indoors and trying to push up on them. Now it says that putting 2 unapologetic, bold, fearless Aries on the same podcast to share stories was never gonna not shake the table, girl. In the K Michelle voice. So the first episode is already going viral. I like Shannon Moakley, okay? Says that I've told the very same story many times over the past 20 years. This is Claudia Jordan talking. And nothing ever happened, as that's damn near the norm in Hollywood. Let me find out. I heard there's a lot of pervs in Hollywood, okay? Now, finding out a friend had a damn near the same experience in real time was mind-blowing. Said that we do not hold back, and we definitely name names on the Wicked Awesome podcast presented by Podstone. Subscribe and get, of course, she's promoting it. But what do y'all think about what she had to say? And Shannon Mosley had damn near the same story as Claudia Jordan, being locked in a room, and he's telling her with no top on to sit up, and he want to give her a special massage, and his kids are like in ear's reach of all of this going on, and like that is weird, right? I wouldn't be going to nobody's house for no shit like that. If we're gonna be reading scripts or something, let's go like to, I don't know, somewhere with a stage or somewhere else. I'm not going to a hotel room. I'm not going to a place where it's just you and I wouldn't feel comfortable with that shit. I said the same thing about Portia Williams when she said that she was going to do some music with R. Kelly. I was like, bitch, you haven't heard all these stories about R. Kelly? Like, you ain't hear about how he did Aaliyah and all these other girls, and you flew your ass to Chicago talking about you want to do some songs with him, and you supposed to meet him at his studio, but then he's changed the plans last minute and said come to his house, and you wound up staying there for days and days at a time, and then saying in the next room you heard women crying and women being locked in rooms and shit like that, and then he told you we're going to work on some music, but then you got to do some special sexual things in order to move to the next level, and you did those things. It's in her book, The Pursuit of Portia. Go read it. We tell no lies here. It's in her book, The Pursuit of Portia. Portia Williams did some sexual things with R. Kelly to become this singing star, because y'all know she had a song out called Flatline or something like that. Anyway, and shit went nowhere. He didn't promote her career and do shit with her. What have y'all heard Portia do music-wise? I ain't seen her on no stage singing no song. But anyway, so she said the next day she pretty much she did something else, I think she said, with him, and then she went home. But that's pretty much how Hollywood works. That's pretty much how Hollywood works. And R. Kelly's not the same person. I mean, R. Kelly's not the only person that's done that. While The Dream is said to have done the same things to women, asking them to come to the studio to do certain things, and sexual things go down, making them giving them something in their cups like drugs or something like that, or make them be knocked out. And next thing you know, they wake up and their ass hurt and they got stretch marks around their mouth for doing some shit they didn't even know they were doing. Just crazy, right? Oh Lord, that's a lot, Claudia. Girl, I'm glad you got out of that. So Steven Seagal, no wonder you are not in the U.S. anymore, because you probably had some damn charges on your ass, almost like Russell Simmons. That's why you got the fuck out of the U.S. But anywho, let's move along. I didn't know he had all that going on though. Child, that's deep. I wouldn't go in nobody's house though. Let's get into this Married to Medicine sneak peek video. Yeah, let's get into that. Then we gotta go, y'all. Why did I do that? All right, let's share. Yeah, don't be going to people's houses when they talking about they want to cast you for something. Yeah, just come to the house and we'll do it here. That's the first red flag, child. You're not locking me in no rooms. You're not about to be secretly videoing me. All that stuff goes down, child. All right, and don't be giving me nothing to drink. No, I don't want nothing to drink. Okay, that's how it happens, child. You ain't about to Bill Cosby my ass on the sprinkle. Hell no. So Married to Medicine season 12 episode 8 sneak peek. We're gonna get into that. Let's go.
What are you talking about with me? When? You was like, what kind of friend are you? So what kind of friend are you, Toya? A good one. You are? Yes. Really? So when my friend came around, Bernard, Toya, Bernard.
Nice to meet you, Toya.
So this your woman? We used to date.
We'll see.
Sir, why you coming on TV and you didn't brush your hair? And you got bald spots in the back. They should spray some of that Beijing in the back. You on TV, all right? Brush your damn hair.
Working on it.
Oh, you found out I was about to hook her up?
Word?
Oh, she told me she was
up on TV. Spotty Dotty. Look at this shit. Spotty Dotty. Sitting up here. What's the basketball player that be looking like that? He don't never brush his damn hair. I can't remember his name right now.
Want me to look her up? That's not what you do. Undermine another man while he's sitting there. It was very disrespectful.
But you confused me because it wasn't too long ago you were saying that you wanted to settle down. You asked me if I knew anybody.
Do Eugene have somebody that introduce me to something? And let me stay home and take care of you.
But a lot of
and I would love that.
But then I'm blindsided because at the family reunion, you bring this guy and he says he's been knowing you for years. And I was like, she either was willing to up my situation with my husband's best friend.
Girl, you is funny.
No, that's what would have happened. Because I would have hooked you up with him. And you would have been having all these other men.
I think that Eugene's best friend would have been disappointed in me. Because I come bringing him somebody saying, well, she's absolutely ready.
Come on, shoes. I would totally wear them. I love a good ankle, honey. Look good little ankle shoe. Those are cute.
Oh, and by the way, she's dating this other guy that she's been dating for years, but you can win her over. Say what? Nobody wants that.
And so I was like, oh, so she mad and I blew up her spot, but she was willing to up mine.
Girl, you funny.
I get that. So if you come to me and say, hey girl, do you know anybody you can hook me up with? Do your husband have any nice, guy friends that they can hook me up with when you already have a possible? Now, granted, you are single, you can date whoever you want to date, but don't come to me asking me to hook you up with, or asking my husband to hook you up with one of his good homeboys. And this person is looking to get to know you, et cetera, and you just out here playing the field over here and then bringing people around in our circle. What's to say I wasn't going to bring that person to introduce to you whenever we had like a gathering of some sort, right? Like, what's to say that, like, it's giving you being real raggedy right there. Not to say you can't date who you want to date. If you're single, you absolutely can do that. But I feel like I don't feel like you handled that the right way in terms of asking Toya to hook you up with somebody and then to bring this guy around with the notion of her bringing one of her friends, her trusted friends, which I'm thinking might be a doctor or somebody, okay, to hook you up with, right? Y'all just let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't know.
She's still full of
What are you talking about with me?
When?
You was like, what kind of friend are you?
So what kind of
So they're questioning each other's friendships, especially hers. She's a new girl on the show. I think she's like a nurse or something like that. Anyway, she was in a relationship and it ended, and she's now looking to be dating someone else. Again, the dating process is just that. You can date 1,000 people if that's what you choose to do. But if you're asking someone to hook you up with their trusted friend, it kind of makes you look like you playing or like you're in on this game of this person trying to do this switcheroo with you and then somebody else. If you're trying to hook, that's why I'd be very careful hooking up my friends with other people, because I don't want that shit to fall back on me where they be like, Rail, why you hook me up with this person and they got 1,000 dudes up over here? Like, why you do that? I'm trying to stay out of shit like that, right? Because I got some good friends over here that I could hook up with people. I don't be wanting to do that. When they ask me like, girl, hey Rail, do you have a female friend that you can hook me up with? I be like, I don't know. Because I don't want to get in the middle of that in case that shit don't work out. Then I'm to blame because I hooked y'all up or whatever, right? Oh, I don't want that kind of pressure. What do y'all think? Have you guys ever hooked somebody up with somebody and the shit didn't end well, and then you guys got blamed for it? I don't like that. But let's get into this last topic. I don't like to get in the middle of that. I just don't. That could be very tricky, right? So shout out to Iyanla Vanzant because she did sit down with Carlos King to do an interview. And I want to kind of look at just a little bit of it. It says it in an enthralling, I love that word, interview with Carlos King, the incomparable Iyanla Vanzant discusses the celebration of dysfunction. Y'all know she's real deep. Iyanla gets very deep. Y'all know her show is back on, all right? Where she say, daughter. I love when she do that, all right? I will be watching her show. I will be watching it. We'll be on OWN, okay? Y'all watch her child because I love her. Let's get into Iyanla.
We live in a society today that will accommodate your crazy. We live in a society that almost encourages us to enable people to remain dysfunctional. We see you doing something, I have a saying that one of my students taught me, don't let me die. Don't let me die. If you see me engrossed in my crazy, if you see me celebrating my dysfunction, if you see me falling apart, don't bring me drinks and fruit. Help me, stop me, take me somewhere. Pow my butt, pour some cold water, something. People will watch you die. People watched him die. Prince, Michael Jackson, DMX, Phyllis Hyman. People will watch you die if your dysfunction is profitable for them.
That's true. That's true. And all the names that she named. I looked at the Phyllis Hyman story on, what was it? Was it Unsung? I think it was. I love her. Oh my God. I watch a lot. I think I've seen every single Unsung because I love seeing people's lives and how they got started. If something happens to them, if they passed away, like I want to know how did they pass away, what happened, what got them to that point. I love stuff like that. I love documentaries and stuff like that. So I think that's where I saw her story, the Phyllis Hyman story. But y'all know she passed away of a drug overdose, and then she went through her weight going up and down and all of that, if you guys have ever seen it. But she had a lot of people too that didn't give a hot damn about her or her life. They just want her to get on stage, even though she had a drug problem at the same time, right? DMX, he was going back and forth with drug issues as well. He had a lot of things going on. Y'all know he passed away of a drug overdose. Who else did she name? Several other names. And people, that's the way the industry is. They don't care if you're dealing with drugs or mental issues and all of that. They just want you to show up and be at full capacity as the artist that you signed up to be, right? They don't care about you getting no damn therapy. They like, bitch, we got a contract. But twins, me and you, as old people call it, I just need you to show up. I feel like had Phyllis Hyman had someone around her instead of yes men around, people around her that really cared about her, she probably would still be here to this day. She would probably still be here to this day. Vesta Williams went through the same shit as well, where she had drug issues. I remember watching her Unsung as well, where she talked about she was riding around in Beverly Hills and she got to a stoplight and she looked into her rearview mirror and she could literally see all the way up through her nose because she had sniffed that much cocaine. And it literally, that's when she realized that she really had a problem. She's like, bitch, I got to get some help. I really got to get some help. So a lot of these people in Hollywood, they get on drugs to cope with and to numb the pain of what they're really dealing with. And unfortunately, after time, like Whitney Houston, it winds up taking them out. We've lost a lot of great artists, a lot of great actors and actresses due to drugs and mental illness that we didn't even know about, right? I think they said Phyllis Hyman had some, was she schizophrenic or something like that, according to Unsung. Oh my God, like things that you wouldn't even know about a person and things that they're dealing with. But Hollywood, they don't give a fuck about you and what you're dealing with on the outside of that. They just want you to be who you signed up to be, and never mind all of that. And that's a sad situation. So she's right. I agree with Iyanla Vanzant on that. So y'all go watch her over there on Fix My Life, honey, because baby, she's gonna be fixing lives, even though hers kind of fucked up a little bit too in terms of how she perceived dating. I've never seen anybody that can fix everybody else's life, and then when it comes to their life, when they say, shit, I don't care if my man be out there with anybody else as long as he come home. That mentality kind of made me side eye you a little bit, Iyanla, but I still like you and I'm still gonna support your show. All right. But other than that, yeah, y'all said Whitney Houston. You said Phyllis Hyman is from your city. Okay. Yeah, they said they become more valuable. Yeah, just like Michael Jackson, the same. He's more valuable unalive than he is alive, right? Yeah, and still, Michael Jackson, I saw online as well. He's still getting lawsuits from people saying, "Oh, he touched me. Oh, he did inappropriate things to me." I'm like, what the fuck are you hoping to get out of this besides a coin? This man is dead and gone. Like, what are you hoping? What are you hoping to get? Crazy, right? But that's it, guys. That's the end of our show. Let's get out of here because I have got to go, honey. Yeah, y'all said Hollywood. Hollywood is a user. Let me look at some comments and then we're gonna go. Cassandra D says Hollywood is a user. Yes, girl, of people. They don't really care about your well-being. They don't. They didn't give a damn about Whitney Houston. I feel like had somebody gotten to her in time, that she could have been saved too. That hurt my heart when I saw that she passed because I'm a huge fan of Whitney Houston. Oh my God, I've told y'all that so many times. So that they become more valuable off the planet to owners of it. Yeah. You're right. You are right about that. Rose Onstead says that me too. I've seen mostly me. I love Unsung. You can't tell me nothing about Unsung. Like, oh yeah, I saw that one already. Somebody said Angel Love from Basketball Wives. Yeah. Said I agree. Toya should have pulled her to the side. That too. But you know, those girls are notorious for checking you in front of everybody because they need a moment. Basketball Wives, the women on Basketball Wives, they live for moments, right? Sexy Brown Bone said that you don't say that around my date. Period. Okay. Sexy Brown Bone again says that she didn't have any business saying what she said, though. Period. Said that you talk to me in private if that's an issue. That. All of that. Okay. Tiffany Thomas said that she didn't have to embarrass her, though. Yep. That. Caramel Kisses says that dating is dating, and if she is more interested in the friend, why can't she just drop the others? She handled it well, in my opinion. Okay, that's the beauty of my show. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody's not going to agree with my perspective, and I respect that. Okay, I want everyone to, and that's why I say comment, because I love to see different perspectives. We can always read your comment and see things another way. So I don't ever get mad when somebody don't agree with me. I don't. Hey, I want you guys to be 100% 100 about how you feel about anything in terms of our topic. So thank you for that, Caramel Kisses. All right, I ain't gonna never block nobody or put you guys in timeout because you don't agree with me. Just as long as it's respectful, I love it. All right. Cassandra D says that Toya is silly, said I would never trust her to hook me up with a man child. Said that was rude. What she did as well. Yeah, she was rude. She was rude. Tiffany Thomas said, Toya, please have several seats. Yes, girl, in a stadium. All right. That's a lot of seats, right? Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Oh, this is a long one. Let's see what she says about Steven Seagal. Cassandra D says that Steven Seagal appears to be spending significant time in Russia and works there on various projects. I see he gained a whole bunch of weight. When I saw a recent picture of him, I was like, who is this? Because he don't look the same as he did like in the movies back in the 90s and the 80s, late 80s and 90s, and early 2000s. He's gotten so damn big. Oh my God, I don't know what he's eating over there. Said he hasn't publicly stated that Russia is his legal permanent residence over all others. He still travels, right? Okay, but the last picture I saw Steven Seagal, he got big as hell. So I don't know what the hell he dealing with over there, childhood. All right, but let's get out of here, guys. Thank y'all so much. Continue to comment on all the topics that we discussed, okay? Continue to comment on all the topics we discussed. I love that because I do go back and read them and I do respond, all right? Thank you to my top flight mods for doing an awesome job of modding. Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank you all, okay? Thank you to all the content creators who came over to support the video. We have Astute Queen B, Black Women in the Building, Miss Didi, Simple Mom Family TV. Thank you, Janetta Speaks, JCD Creations. Thank you, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Deary Talk, Schoolboy, Just a T, please. And Marcella, if you stop by as well, thanks for stopping by. Of course, all of my Caramelians, everybody in the bushes, y'all know I love y'all down. I will be back for midday pop-in, okay? You guys be safe. Also, guys, if you are going to be experiencing, we do have inclement weather coming our way. I'm in Atlanta. They're talking about a bunch of snow and ice. They've been talking about for the last week. It appears that it's really coming this weekend. So hopefully you guys go out and get the things that you need from the stores because you're probably going to be snowed in. I know a lot of you guys that stay more in like northern states like New York, New Jersey. I know they have it because I have family in New York and New Jersey. Ohio. I know some of you guys stay in Ohio. I'm just calling out there Pennsylvania, Ohio, just play anywhere that's north where you guys get a lot of snow. Guys, be careful. Please go and get the things that you need so you do not have to be outside in this weather. Okay. I want everyone to be safe and warm and all the things okay. Let's get out of here though. Love you guys down. Be safe. Happy Friday to everybody. I'll see you guys later for pop in. Please keep your notifications on. Like this video, hype up the video. Please go over to Rails World and subscribe over there. The channel is growing. I appreciate you guys for going over and hitting subscribe over there as well. Let's get some more people over there because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please go over and do that. Mods, please drop that link for Rails World so that they can get over there. And again, thank you so much for supporting over here on the Camera Rail Show as well. Thank you guys. See you guys later. Until the next one. Bye.